I want to focus this question from the perspective of a young startup founder who's got an idea and will eventually come to you for funding or come to someone like you for funding. So 2 questions on that. First up, what are the average ticket sizes that you're seeing in new technology startups today, looking in terms of investor appetite? And secondly, as a founder in an EV tech startup, in 2023, what should be front of mind when you're going out to look for investors?
Sure. I think more than ever, while this industry is nascent and while sales of 2-wheelers, 3-wheelers are on the way up, but they're still nascent. They're still a small percentage. In 3-wheelers, it's probably a decent percentage of new sales. But on the overall market, there are a small percentage of vehicles on the road, etc. There is definitely a lot of startups still creating vehicles and saying that, we want to be the next 2-wheeler OEM made for delivery or made for shared mobility or made for this kind of personal mobility use case. So to those, I would say that it's going to be difficult to fundraise until and unless you've displayed traction and you've displayed that you're significantly different, because again, it's a mass market and it's less about how cool the product is and but more about how much you can, how many of them you can get it into people's hands and then support the user. Price and service and availability. So that's what it's all about. So there it's going to be pretty much more about, are you already in traction mode or not? In technology or in areas where innovation is upfront, I think I would still say that early fundraisers are happening with institutional investors, which 2 years ago we didn't see, and so most of the companies used to actually access the family investor market. But today we can see early stage VC funds coming there. There for sure, it's like if you are creating charging technology or you're creating something with relation to a component which is electronics, etc. It's definitely going to matter that your technology is rock solid. It can hold up to some global comparables. It can actually have a good moat, and you're able to build order books in India. And you're able to, so you've started things off on the traction front as well, and definitely innovation plus traction will enable you to get that first check, and you can even start with a check as small as $1.5 million, $2 million, $3 million from some of the early stage institutional investors. I think today what some of the early stage institutional investors are looking at also are they're more open to a bit more hardware, right? In addition, and so that is very important that we have the investors also approaching it that way.